This is Joseph Perry's office.
Big Joe, he has been deemed the residential ghost of the jail. He does not want to leave. You know, he fits that perfect unfinished business clause that people say so often, but I think that he just likes this place so much, he just doesn't want to leave.
He's one of the resident spirits here and one of the most active spirits here that we want to talk to tonight.
He was kind of known as like a mean person when he was alive. He was 6'6" and 300 pounds, and so a lot of the inmates feared him. He was like the main or most popular sheriff.
Oh, right? Yeah, he is. Yeah, 6'6", 350 pounds. And that's back in the 1800s. That was a monster. That guy would be on the WWE right now.
He was.
Seriously,
Yeah.
a big old boy. And he was like the best shot, not only in the county, but in the state. Mm-hmm. So he had wicked skills when it came to firearms.
He ran this prison with an iron fist. He came up with this plan called convict leasing, which basically took prisoners and forced them into labor. They didn't get anything out of that.
Except work.
The prisoners had to endure something known as convict leasing. It's so sad that these inmates were leased out on a daily basis. They were taken for 12-hour shifts, and they were given small sustenance to do the worst jobs imaginable. So these inmates would have to do what was expected, and if they didn't, they'd be brought back to this jail and they'd be reprimanded.
Honestly, this prison was pretty messed up. All the prisoners here were mistreated, malnourished. They would all share one bucket in one cell. There was only supposed to be like 4 people per cell, but sometimes there'd be like 8 to 12. It was bad conditions.
This jail was just so unsanitary. I mean, just in one little open cut would definitely get infected because there was no running water in this place. There was no glass in the windows. You know, there was no indoor plumbing, so it was just completely inhumane.
Oh my
God, there he is!
There he is!
That scared you, scared me.
Dude, imagine that dude with his nice belly. Imagine him being your sheriff. He was your dad.
He's scary, dude. He's like an NBA player that will kill you.
Do you think he could play in the NBA? I think he's a little big for the NBA.
He's 6'6", dude.
I don't know if I'm more scared of Joe Perry or the crawler.
The thing that's in solitary confinement that crawls around with like multiple legs.
We'll get into that in a second. But look at this! Holy dude.
So I think this is the general population, right?
Yeah, they call it Gen Pop, but this is all the cells just for the average Joes.
Oh yeah, this is what I was talking about. See, there's 4 beds, but sometimes 8 to 12 people will be stacked in here.
Wait, how does 8 to 12 people even fit in here? They would all have to be sitting at all times.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, there'd be like 2 people per bed, just like how we usually do every single night. It's crazy.
What was that, dude?
But in all seriousness, can you imagine the disease that would be spread with that many people close contact?
Well, think about it too. They only got 1 shower a month. They all shared 1 bucket for their bathroom. There was no running water, so everyone was dying of disease. The guide told us that from their estimates, there was not a single person that lived more than 2 years in this prison. So if you got in here, it was a death sentence.
And you know the worst part about that is sometimes they would just arrest people for like drunkenness and loitering. So like if you were drunk on the street and you ended up here, you could die for just being drunk.
Or you could die literally on this table.
Oh my God, that scared me, dude.
You scared me so bad, dude.
That's actually
Oh my God, what the fuck is he doing?
He's got beautiful blue eyes.
Whoa. Dude, is this how they like slept? A dude right there, and like imagine he was just staring you asleep.
That's horrible.
Like you wake up one day and that's the guy that's like,
oh my God.
this is the mess hall. So all the people in this Gen Pop would come right here and eat together in their filth waste.
Yeah, so imagine, again, 1 bucket per one of these rooms, so it smells like ass. We're in Florida here, so it's super hot and smells like ass. And then you're eating
Did you
beans
say
and
just
coffee.
Florida smells like ass just in general?
No, I said. Did I say that?
I think you're just like, we're in Florida, so it smells like ass.
I meant to say, we're in Florida and it's humid, so that ass smell smells even worse.
Florida smells like ass, guys. I'm sorry. What are you gonna do?
And then on top of all of that, they fed the prisoners beans, and then you would drink coffee. So you're just pooping constantly.
Is that what happens when you have beans and coffee, brother?
I dare you to try to eat Taco Bell and then drink Starbucks right after.
Okay. Because there was so much prisoner on prisoner violence and cruelty here, there was multiple murders that happened on this table. A lot of
Some days, it's the little things that get us through. An early start, a quick stop, a familiar face. Life feels heavy enough, with worries about this and the cost of that. So if a good deal makes things a little easier, we've got you. Get any size hot coffee for $1, any size iced coffee for $2, or any 16-ounce Wawa iced tea.
People say this mess hall right here is one of the most active spots in the entire jail.
And if this is like the most active jail in the entire state, reminder, a couple years ago, we came to St. Augustine, which again, this town was literally founded in 1565, oldest city in America. We went to the lighthouse 2 years ago. We thought that place was haunted, but this place, and specifically this table, is 10 times more haunted.
10 times more haunted than the big black and white shaft we went inside?
Yes. Yes. Oh, wait, dude, wait. Check this out.
Oh, yeah. This is insane. They have the gallows. This is where they would actually do hangings. There was 8 hangings here at this old city jail. What was kind of messed up about that is they would hold gatherings in the town. It was almost like a sporting event when they would have a hanging here. But there's actually a really sad story to all of this. The first hanging was actually a double hanging. There was a guy named Kirby who actually committed a murder here in St. Augustine.
The guy from Super Smash Bros?
Yes, dude. He did a big slam dunk on that bitch and then turned into a brick.
Oh, God.
Robert Lee, the only person that we know that didn't deserve what he got at the gallows, he didn't deserve to get a hanging date. His very best friend, James Kirby, went into town and decided that he was going to go ahead and try to steal from this guy that was about to pay his workers for the day. And the guy didn't want to give up the loot, you know, because he's like, these are my workers, I got to pay them, they got families, they got to eat. Kirby ends up murdering him. And then he gets caught, comes to this jail, and he is so scared, he is such a coward that he makes up this lie and says, oh yeah, one more thing, Sheriff, my best friend, Robert Lee, helped me in the killing.
Just out of nowhere?
Yeah, who does that?
Yeah.
To your best friend, right? Who needs enemies when your best friend's gonna do that? It's pretty sad stuff.
Exactly right.
Yo.
Don't do that.
Right. Robert Lee and Kirby died at the same time, but many people believe that Robert was innocent. Actually, his famous last words were, "My innocence will come to light in the next life." Is Robert one of the spirits here?
Yes, he is, and he's a very pissed off spirit too. Because could you imagine your best friend?
I would never do that to you, man.
Are you sure?
Maybe.
He's probably still mad in the afterlife, and he's not gonna go easy. He's gonna have to tell as many people as he needs to tell to clear it out, get the truth out there.
Is it confirmed that he didn't do any of these things, or is it just speculation that he was innocent?
I would have to say it was confirmed, but it's been kind of erased.
The sad part about all this is the records here were burned in a fire. So, first of all, we don't know if Robert Lee was actually innocent. Also, we have no idea how many people died here over the years.
But Robert is said to be one of the more active spirits as well, so maybe we can get in contact. He's actually said to be here in the mess hall, so we could contact him later.
Okay, let's do it.